AFTV, what do you make of that tonight? Because it was all Arsenal, wasn't it? And we're going to come up against a lot of teams that do this now.
Yeah.
That come here and park the bus.
Yeah, I think Lee put it spot on when he said that we've now got options playing against both those types of sides. So the sides that come out and try and press us, we can play through them, we can play round them. The sides that come out and sit deep, we've got players that can kind of unlock those defences, and we've built that patience into the game. I think in years gone by, we probably tried to force things a little bit too much, then got caught on the turnovers, and then we were in sort of situations that you can kind of avoid. But that's poor. The way they came out and played today was poor, and I think Southampton will probably play into our hands a little bit more, because I think they'll press us a bit more. They'll press us with a bit more intensity and aggressiveness, and that will probably force the pace of our play and also the quality of our play. So I'm not worried about that. It's those sorts of games where you can you're dominating the game and it's so comfortable that you then think about concentration and can we stay in the game. And actually, again, the longer the game goes, you need to kind of get that goal. And the fact that we've now got a squad depth, which means that you can bring on players like Partey and Odegaard. When they came on, essentially the game changed. Like the pace of the game, everything about the game, how we pressed, how we started to break lines. Partey was able to break lines, find Odegaard. That then frees Saka up to get him into those 1v1s, Martinelli to get into those 1v1s. And when we do that, we're a threat. We were probably a little bit sloppy in front of goal today.
We should have had more.
Yeah. I think when they reflect on that, that's what they'll be saying. But again, sometimes the challenge with those sorts of games is that you drop your level to their level. And as a team, that's one of the things that we are going to have to. We're going to have to be ruthless. We have to be one of those sides that some of the Liverpool sides that have gone to places like Southampton and put 7s, 8s, 9s past them. We need to be doing that. And games like today, when they're second behind us, and we need 1 point from 2 games. So again, you don't want to be too complacent, but it gives you great options in terms of the next couple of games and how you kind of rotate the squad a little bit and just keep players fresh, because we've got a few big games before the World Cup, but they're pretty winnable games, and actually that puts us in a really strong position if we can kind of manage the squad over the next few weeks.
Confident keeping it going, keeping those victories going against Southampton? Yeah, like I said, we lost there last year. I just remember that. So
Fraser Forster isn't there anymore. So he's sitting on the bench watching. Oh, Jesus, what he watched yesterday was horrendous. But like I said, I think their game will play into us. I think the challenge with Southampton is that you never know what they're going to get. You can get a Southampton that can quite easily beat a top 6 side, or you can get a Southampton side that look like they should be playing in League One. And I don't think Southampton fans know what they're going to get week in, week out. But fundamentally, we've got the quality to put them to the sword, really. The challenge with games like this is like the number of knocks that Saka took, the number of knocks that Jesus took. Because again, when you're coming up against opposition who are a couple of yards behind you, actually their option is to kick you, which is what they did. And I think Saka went on one mazy run, probably took about 3 or 4 kicks, and the ref could have blown for any of them, waited till the 5th one to then, and you're going, you don't want to see him get ruined on a Thursday night. We need him where it counts. So challenges around making sure that the group, job done. Challenges about making sure that the team that go out on a Thursday night are strong enough to be competitive and see the game off. And if they're not, have we got the options to bring on and change the game? But making sure that our star players, our Martinellis, our Sakas, our Jesuses, our Parteys, are kept fit, and they're not gambled in those sorts of games if you don't have to. We have to bring Partey and it changed the game, and it was half an hour, so you can kind of cope with that. But you certainly don't want to be seeing him starting those sorts of games. And again, some of those players, I don't even want to see them on the plane next week, given what we come up against this week. But PSV can't be any worse next week than they were this week, so should be a good game. Southampton should be a good game, and I think, like they said, also 3-1-0 wins and the clean sheets start to build that confidence as well. So it's on the up. Everything's where it needs to be. There's going to be games like that where you're not 100%, but we're still getting the wins, which is what we haven't done for the last few seasons. So can't complain.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.